national warning against petroleum industry revitalization sabotage. Air stimulatory in Abuja, Delta, and Lagos on this day, 8 October 2025. The National Association of Nigerian Students announced as the conscience of the nation and voice of Nigerian youth stand before the Nigerian people today with a clear message. We shall no longer watch the enemy of progress sabotage the revitalization of Nigerian petroleum industry. Today, simultaneously, national warning action taking place in Abuja, Asaba, and Lagos are a coordinated signal to the Nigerian government and industry actors that the students and youth of this country are fully aware. This is only a warning action, but let it be known that any further attempt to frustrate, sabotage, or deliberate impose anti-investment policy on the survival of the private refinery will lead to total occupation of federal highway across all the 36 states and FCT by Nigerian students. Nigeria, blessed with abundant crude oil, remain a paradoxical importer of refined petroleum products. Our national refinery in Port Harcourt, Kaduna, and Warri have been deliberately crippled for decades through a web of sabotage, mismanagement, and collusion between local and foreign oil interests. This decay has forced us into an oil dependency, exporting crude at giveaway price and importing refined products at cutthroat costs. The consequences of this industry sabotage are clear. Job losses, inflation, economic instability, and erosion of national pride. Following the removal of fuel subsidy, the need for functional national and private refineries have become an economic emergency. Revitalizing our refined capacity is not optional. It is a matter of national survival. The danger of this economic sabotage can be overemphasized. The Nigerian experience in the textile industry stands as a strategic warning. Once the second
God bless the president.
Largest employer of labor after federal government, the textile industry was totally destroyed due to duty-free importation and the government failure to protect local industry. If we repeat this same negligence in the petroleum sector by allowing sabotage under union pressure or policy oscillate towards private refinery like Dangote Refinery, we will destroy one of the Nigeria's greatest industry achievements in recent time. In developed countries, national interests come first. Even in the United States, a highly industrialized nation, President Donald Trump imposed high import duty to protect American jobs and industries. Nigeria must learn from this. We must discourage the importation of petroleum products, even from friendly nations, to protect our economy and employment. The emerging conspiracy against private refinery is well noticed. The current imposter of petroleum products and exporter of crude development under the DSDP scheme of NNPC, including members of DAPMAN, international oil companies such as BP, Shell, and global traders like Trafigura, Vital, and Global, are using trade union regulation and government agency to frustrate the operation of private refinery, especially Dangote Refinery. The latest manifestation of this conspiracy is the unconstitutional attempt by Pegasus to impose union membership on workers of Dangote Refinery. This is an act, coercion, and a direct violation of Section 40 of 1999 Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which guarantee freedom of association, including the freedom not to join any association. Private refinery workers have every right to choose their form of representation or to remain unionized. After all, academic staff union in private university are not compelled to join ASU. Lecturers in private polytechnics are not under ASU, and teachers in private college of education are not members of ASU. This imposition is therefore a calculated attempt to frustrate Dangote Refinery and other emergency private investment in the sector. and NANS will resist it with every legitimate means. Sabotage of Nigeria refineries is a historical crime. It is on this record that the collapse of Nigerian National Refinery was not merely due to poor maintenance, but deliberately acts of sabotage. By enhanced interest, there were cases of fire outbreak, mysterious sets in strategic department, equipment deliberately damaged through wrong operation and systematic conveyance to ensure continuous importation of petroleum. The emergence and survival of Dangote Refinery are already shaking. This vested interest, we affirm that a successful Dangote Refinery will compel the federal government to complete and operationalize all national refineries, ensure a healthy competition that prevents any single monopoly in the sector. But for this to happen, government must show courage and commitment, not silence or complicity. Our position as the National Association of Nigerian Students, this is our position and demand. The National Association of Nigerian Students hereby present the following clear and non-negotiable demand. First, priority crude supply to Nigeria refinery. The federal government through NNPC and other appropriate agencies must make an open commitment to give supply priority to crude oil to Nigeria refinery, including private refineries such as Dangote and the incoming Bua refinery. Secondly, end of crude on the valuation to foreign refinery. There must be an immediate end to selling crude oil to foreign refineries at a cheaper rate than those offered to local refinery. Local industries must be incentivized, not strangled. Less prioritizing of petroleum product importation as expense of local refined petroleum product by the indigenous refinery. The federal government must declare less priority on the importation of petroleum products at the expense of local refined products, now that local refinery capacity is sufficient to meet and exceed national consumption. Number 4, protection of private investment and freedom of association. Government should promulgate policy reaffirming the constitutional freedom of association and protect of private investment in the petroleum sector. Number 5, stop union harassment and industrial blackmail. NANS demand an end to the continuous harassment of private investors like Dangote by unions such as Pegasus and DAPMA. The right to operate peacefully and productively must be preserved. In conclusion, the National Association of Nigerian Students, the Nigerian student movement, stand firmly on the side of industrial growth, job creation, and economic independence. We will not fold our arms while international sabotage destroy the hope of a new Nigeria. The destruction of the textile industry must never be repeated in the petroleum sector. The Dangote Refinery and other private refineries represent a new dawn in Nigeria. Industrial reputation, one that must be protected, supported, and sustained by all means. Today, warning action is a statement of intent. Should government agency, trade union, or foreign collaboration continue on this path of sabotage, NANS will mobilize millions of Nigerian students to occupy the federal highways across all 36 states and FCT. We shall defend the survival of Nigerian economy and the dignity of our nation. Our Luther continua.
Wait.
Ara maratona
Ah,